Becky, I saw your post about your upcoming Barbie butt surgery, and I had my protectomy in November of 2023. I had my ileostomy in March of 2023. And just want to give a little bit of encouragement. When I first got out of the surgery, it was a little bit of a recovery. I would say from a pain standpoint, body healing standpoint, the protectomy was a little bit more difficult than the ileostomy. But the recovery wasn't too bad. I think, as my surgeon said, and I'm sure yours has gone over with you, it's really good to know that a surgery is coming up versus an emergency surgery, because you have time to prepare your body, get out there, walk, do as much exercise as you can, because the stronger stronger you are going into the surgery, obviously, the easier the recovery. So I was able to have that time to prepare myself. I was getting out, I was running, I was doing as much as I could to have a strong body going in. That way the recovery was not too bad. And honestly, it was a bit painful. I was really concerned during the recovery process that I would never be able to ride my motorcycles again. But just some encouragement, I just got off a bike ride with a hard saddle seat, and no bike shorts or anything. So, I can now do anything that I was able to do before. And with the ostomy, honestly, life is so much better. I really wish I had done the ostomy and the protectomy years ago and not waited so long, just because once the recovery is over, which for me was about 8 weeks before I was kind of up and about, but it was a lot longer than that before I was, back riding motorcycles and bikes. It was a good 6 months before I could do something like that. But as far as normal daily routine for me, it was about that 8-week point that they had given. And going into for the follow-up visits with the surgery department was really good, so they can let me know kind of, okay, you're ready to take this next step, you're ready to take this next step, you can try this is where the healing process is. So really grateful to the folks over at Mayo Clinic for that. But anyway, just some encouragement to people out there that are getting a little bit nervous about the Barbie butt. It is a bit of a recovery. People will have to help you. Your first couple weeks driving, you'll be a passenger. At least that was my experience. Sitting kind of on my side, laying the passenger seat down, kind of taking some pillows, and then, going into a restaurant, take a pillow, it's totally fine. For those that work from home, I was fortunate enough to work from home. A standing desk is a great option. That way you can get half your day, kind of break it up a little bit, standing, sitting. I would say I took maybe a week off of work. I didn't really take off because I'm just at home recovering. And so I was able to, lay on my side on the bed, use a standing desk, get on the couch, set some stuff up to where I could get my work done. But there is those moments of once you think you're well, that you still need to be careful, because you'll do something or you'll pull something and there's that shooting, jabbing pain. I personally was like some of the others that mentioned on the group, just using Tylenol. I didn't use the prescription drugs that they gave me for pain management. When you are not moving, there's no pain. The only pain that comes is when you're, trying to do something, trying to get up, trying to move around. And so you just kind of know that it's going to happen, during that recovery process. And I would say if you have an ileostomy, it's much like that, where like you go to move somewhere, it's like, oh, there's that shooting, jabbing pain. But honestly, that goes away after about 4 weeks. And so just encouragement to those that think that their life is going to be permanently altered. Mine was permanently altered for the better. And there's nothing that I can't do now that it's done. So get at it.